guys, so I am here with my girlfriend Jill, and in this video we're just going to be checking out 3 semi-random video game stores. This first one is in Levittown here on Long Island, called Retro Games and Toys of LI. It's behind me here somewhere in this, what is it, like a flea market type place. I'm not sure how this is going to go. I don't know if they're going to let me record in there. All I'm really trying to see is what kind of retro gaming selection they have and like some of the prices on this stuff. You know, we'll see what else they got and whether or not I can actually film in there or not, but should be interesting. So this is the first of 3 different stores we're going to check out, and let's get going. Let's just get in there and see how it goes. Let's do it. All right, so we're in the flea market. This is this may be some janky ass flea market. I don't know. Kind of feels like that, and this might be what we're looking for. I have no idea. No, definitely not. They got the they got the that Sonic. I have like the smaller version of that Sonic.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, I kind of wanted the big one. Like it's almost like it's like a backpack. All right. So I honestly had no idea this first store was in a flea market, and when I looked it up online, I fully expected it to be in a real mall or its own standalone mom and pop shop. But this turns out to be quite the nice surprise, as this place ended up having a lot of cool shit, and the store itself was quite the jackpot. Also, I kinda screwed up making this video in a whole bunch of ways. Not only did I not bring my voice recorder to properly mic up, I set the recording quality to 30 frames per second as opposed to 60, so during any moving shots, it's kind of hard to make things out. I'll do a better job next time if I do this kind of thing again. It could be downstairs. Okay, so we found it. It's right around this corner here. Looks like they actually have some pretty cool stuff, so let's go check it out and see what we can find. See if they got anything worth buying. No. Just checking, just looking. I mean, can you actually get in there? I mean, you can? Well, how's that possible? What do you mean you can't get in there? Then how could you?
Maybe, I don't know.
You got to be able to get in there. Alright, so anyway, just a little. Yeah, so that was not what we were looking for at all. It's actually upstairs. Apparently it's the same owner, but it is not. That is not what we're looking for. So, which is good because you couldn't even get to anything. Like you could see a whole bunch of shit, but you can't get to any of it, which is weird. Alright, this is it. Throughout the course of this video, I blurt out many times the prices of games in almost shock and disbelief, which upon rewatch is kind of a rude and insulting thing to do. I'm trying to find retro game. I'll try to act more professional next time, but a special thanks to these places for letting me shoot and record their collections, and I hope this video entices anyone in the area or visiting who loves this kind of stuff to go check them out. I have no idea what the hell it is. Okay, wow. Alright, this is perfect. Okay, they do have SNES games, so let's see what the prices are here. So we got $30, $15, $40, $40 for Beauty and the Beast. So to state the obvious, these stores do need to make a profit, and while I feel the prices on a lot of these games and consoles are kinda high, I'm not too surprised at what I'm seeing here. Let's see if we can find games that I'm familiar with. See if the prices are like ridiculous.
Miss Pac-Man over here.
Mega Man X for $40. For the most part, it seems like these stores have a rough idea as to what this stuff should be going for, depending on rarity of the item and how good the game is. Alright, so they actually do have a selection of SNES retro games. Super Punch-Out is $30. I could give you comparable pricing online to see what the differences are, but I don't feel like that would be very fair to these stores. And also keep in mind, you are paying for the convenience of having it in your hand right then and there. Yoshi Safari, $12. Toy Story, $15. So yeah, this is a good find actually. This is a big selection of games that they have here. Let's see, they've got some N64 stuff. You might want to pause the video if you actually want to like see what the selection is. I mean, I can spend like 10 minutes just looking at the games here, but this is cool. This is interesting. GoldenEye, $35. Right, so like, oh look at this. Majora's Mask, $70. Mario Kart. There's like so many games, it's overwhelming. But anyway, they actually have Super Nintendo systems for $150. Can you believe that? It's crazy. So I'm really curious to hear feedback on what you guys are thinking regarding the prices you're seeing here. Let me know in the comments what your thoughts are. As I'm just now getting into the possibility of buying and collecting retro items to rebuild my collection, I honestly don't know what any of this stuff should be going for. Although I will say $150 for an SNES console without the box doesn't seem too outrageous, but personally, I don't think I'd pay anything over $100 for it. At least that's my gut feeling right now. Show collection. Not that I would actually use it, but just to have this stuff. Like, they got GameCubes here. I'm not showing that $150 for an SNES. This is good though, because this is one of the few places that I know I can film and not get in trouble for it. Yeah, I mean, this is kind of what I was hoping to find. Like, retro games. They have GameCubes, they have the controllers and stuff. I'm just wondering if they have any games that I actually would give a shit about here. They got Madden, $5, $15. Old school Maddens. I'm just looking for like Resident Evil. I mean, some of these games are $65. So pretty high. So they got a Wii for $160. Oh, they got a PSP. Holy shit. Wow. They got a pretty decent selection of PSP games. Twisted Metal Head-On, $15. Good game. Yeah, I had a PSP for quite a while. Wish I still had it. Wouldn't exactly be using it, but nice to have. Let's see what else. Anything else? Wow. I mean, for retro enthusiasts, yeah. Retro games and toys of LI here in Levittown in the, what flea market is this? Tri-County Flea Market. Yeah. So setting the prices aside for a moment, I can see why going to a store like this can be so thrilling for retro collectors. I mean, look at all this cool shit. What kind of rare gems are lurking in this mountain of stuff? You could easily spend hours in here trying to find a specific item or just taking it all in. This has certainly given me the bug to start a slow rebuild of getting all my old stuff back. It just pains me to see so many of my childhood relics that at one point or another I owned, only to have traded it away for the latest and greatest thing at the time. Ghostbusters, the video game, for $15, 20. Why is one 15 and the other is 20? Like,
Condition?
Yeah, I guess. Ghostbusters 2 for 20, Ghosts and Goblins for 20. We're talking retro games here, guys. Battletoads is back there. You can tell whoever put this whole thing together knew what they were doing. Battletoads for $30 is of course high, but it is a special and well-known game that makes sense. Then you have Top Gun here for $5, which of course is $4 too many, but I am really impressed with the way things are displayed here, and the sheer amount of stuff that they got. Yeah, I mean, I'm honestly impressed. Like,
Around the other side, they have Atari, like a ton of Atari games.
Yeah.
A ton.
Okay. I mean, we just spend a little bit of time here because, like, this is a find. Like, this is an actual. No one said anything so far. I already got enough, so like I'm happy with this. So Xbox 360, Halo 3. I mean, these prices aren't terrible. They're pretty good. Batman Arkham Asylum, $9.
Skyrim.
Where? Oh yeah, I see.
Assassin's Creed above it.
Yeah. Right, so we've got Super Nintendo, N64, we saw the PSP, Nintendo, Wii games. I mean, they're pretty much covering everything here. They got everything. Xbox.
Like the online play would probably be shut down, right?
Most likely. I can't imagine so.
It's the same thing like with the 3DS. Like they're not gonna.
Okay, what do we got over here?
They've got
Genesis. Yeah.
and tons of games.
Yeah. Like this stuff could be hard to find. I mean, depending on where you live and stuff. Like,
Sonic the Hedgehog.
yeah, Sonic 2 for $12. I feel like I need to buy something.
I think I want to buy a Genesis.
Yeah. Let's see. Where is it? Where is it? Up there. There they are. $50 for a Genesis. Not bad. I mean, like, I could rebuild my collection coming here and spend a fortune, but like this is legit. I mean, I think this is what my goal was to find like a little jackpot like this. I think I did on my first attempt. And we got Atari. And we got PlayStation. It's just so much to look at. I mean, it's just, they've got everything here. It's tons of stuff. Ghost in the Shell for $17. We got a little PlayStation Mini here.
All right, day.
You too, thank you.
I'm gonna have to thank whoever for letting me film, because obviously it's like, you know I'm doing it, like you can't help.
Mommy.
Alright, just looking. Sonic in the box for $15. Jurassic Park, $15. Sonic 2 in its box, $15. Sonic and Knuckles for $30. For our Genesis enthusiasts. $25 for the controller. And we got some Sega Mega Drive games, I believe that's what they are. 32X, Star Wars Arcade, $30. Yeah, I mean, as more and more time goes on, these become worth more and more. Well, I'm just curious. $150. Yep. We got some PS2s here. What is that, $1.25? PS4 stuff.
For Christ's sakes, please, somebody give me a tissue, my God.
Impressive. Hmm? What?
I want to look at them. I think everything's separate.
Right, well, you got, like, you buy the console, you buy the controller, like, yeah. But, you know, as far as, like, like those Super Nintendos were like $1.50, I think. So if these are $50, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Well, the original system is $60.
Mm.
And then they got like the second gen version of it. It's like $50, I believe. I mean, I don't even know if if what I'm talking about is accurate. It's been so long, but I believe that's like the first generation Genesis, and that's the second generation.
Yeah, I'm
Down
pretty
there.
right. The bigger one is the first gen.
Yeah. If you buy a Genesis, are you really gonna use it? If I got it, it would just be like for collection purposes. I wouldn't actually use it. Like,
And I would just like if we bought it, like it would be like we're not gonna walk dinner, we're gonna order in and play Genesis.
like in an ideal scenario, I would buy a Genesis, I would buy an SNES, and then like a retro CRT TV, and then like play it like the old school days, you know, like do it right.
Love how I switch up my thinking there from, oh, I'm not going to use it, to, oh, wait, let's get a CRT TV and make a whole damn setup out of it. Typical Dave shit.
Under $5. Yeah, so as far as prices go, not bad. I mean, you got Star Wars Battlefront for $30. Battlefront 2 for $25.
The Battlefront games were really awesome, by the way. Me and Dan took that game quite seriously, trying to be one of the first to get a Jedi or one of the hero characters and totally take over and demolish entire platoons of enemies. Good times in that one.
Cast here. I mean, they've got just about everything. Got some comics here. Random ass comics. Sorry, I'm focusing more on my eyes than I am on the actual video. Not good.
So just to name a few of what I did not see, no Dreamcast, no Sega Saturn, no PS Vita or Neo Geo. Who knows, maybe they were there and I didn't notice it, but I doubt it. So this store didn't have absolutely everything, but more than enough to justify me saying that this store gets a 5 out of 5 as far as an overall quality collection, and I hope this place sticks around for years to come. You guys really gotta come and check it out.
Okay, just like don't even dive, just run up and yell.
Any other game that's over there that you might be interested in?
Nintendo for $1.25.
See right now?
Yeah. And then they got a $200 version top loader.
I don't know when I played it. It's a really good RPG.
I'm trying to see if they have Sega Dreamcast. I haven't seen it. But the PSP collection is cool. The Wii collection is cool. N64 collection is very good. And their Super Nintendo collection is excellent. Excellent. And again, $1.50. Let's see the conditions of these things. Yeah, that $1.50 SNES is in pretty good shape. Man, definitely coming back here. And what's the GameCube? They don't have prices on them. I don't see any pricing on the GameCube.
What happened to the GameCube?
$100 down there. Yep. Yeah, there's some good games on the GameCube. They're all $100. Controllers 10. Well, that one's 10. You got 50.
80 a pair.
They got one actually in the box. Yeah, I don't see any Dreamcast, so they're missing that. What else are they missing that they don't have? They don't have everything. They're missing a bunch of shit, but not bad.
All right, I think that's good. Good sense of things.
All right, so that was good. That was an actual gem of a find. Retro Games and Toys LI, babe.
Yep.
In Levittown at the Tri-County flea market. I ended up buying something. I really wanted to buy a console, some games and stuff. You know, not today, but I'm definitely coming back. So I think out of all the stores I explored, that's probably gonna win. So definitely 2 thumbs up from your boy Dave.
They have. It's a Unique Bazaar, so you'll see it in your video.
Okay, correction. It's called Unique Bazaar in Levittown. The name has changed slightly, so for anybody that wants to scope it out, that's the name of it.
And a quick stop for some Taco Bell. Gotta fuel up, don't judge us, and we're on our way.
Okay, stop number 2 on our little adventure of touring 3 random video game stores here on Long Island. This is another one right here in Levittown because we're kind of pressed for time. It's almost 9 p.m. coming up, and that's when most stores close. So behind me I have a video game trading post, and this one is really small. I'm not sure if they're gonna let us film in there or not, so most likely I'll either completely skip this one or I'll give you kind of like a rundown afterwards of what I saw in there. We'll see if we can get some shots, but I don't know. But yeah, I'm gonna go in there with my girl and we're gonna see if we can find some cool stuff and you know, little odds and ends or whatever, and yeah, we'll just see. But the last one was really good, so I don't know if this place is gonna stack up to that one, but we'll see. Let's go. Really cool they're letting us film in here, and we're gonna just scope out what kind of again, looking for retro stuff. That's what I'm most kind of looking forward to. So let's take a look see here. Right off the bat, Final Fantasy 3, really 6, but it's Final Fantasy 3 for $80. That's high, but you know, it makes sense.
So it's funny because later on for store 3, after we finish filming, Jill tells me that I really should have saved some of the pricing commentary for voiceover stuff, and I was like, nah babe, I was pretty respectful. At least I thought so, but in hindsight, I have no idea what I was thinking, blurting out $80 is kind of high right in front of these guys after they were nice enough to let me do this. That was in poor taste, so I'm sorry about that, and for the record, Final Fantasy VI is worth every damn penny, and I'm glad to see it can go for so much.
Tournament fighter. So these games, we got Final Fantasy 2, Final Fantasy 4, 0. So the games they do have, at least the ones that are showcased up top here, are popular, pretty popular games. Gem 2.
Yeah, so it's good to see. Good selection of SNES games.
Oh, that's cool. That's awesome. Just a good
It's a good quality. Did you find out? It's a good quality.
Super Double Dragon.
Until I wound up getting arrested.
Got the Game Genie in there.
Oh, seriously.
Nice.
I don't know how Mike doesn't even notice.
You even got some boxed games. Street Fighter 2 boxed.
That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Got a selection of Genesis games.
We're gonna listen to some real music.
We got Dreamcast down here, so that's cool.
Real music.
Took a picture of the stuff, right?
Oh my god.
Yeah, I did.
Mega Man
It's just
X4.
perpetually in my backpack.
I lost mine.
He carries it with him just
Yeah.
in case you have
I took the
Pokemon.
You
poster
never know
out.
when you need it. You never know.
I took the poster out.
Fantasy Star.
Yeah.
I'm never a huge fan of the Fantasy Star games. I did play
I
them.
remember buying
Rage
this
is
at the Warner
good.
Brothers store at Queen Center Mall.
Render Shinobi.
Yeah, it came with the
With the
poster.
poster, I had
Yeah,
it
it's in my room.
Not bad.
Not bad. There's some N64
They give you a
games
Pokemon
over
card when you
there.
went to go see the movie. My favorite was
Looks like their collection of Nintendo games is rather large. That's good to see. There's so many Nintendo games that I've never heard of. The library of games is huge. A lot of them, as my brother said, are stinkers. His words, not mine.
I haven't heard that name
hunt. Yeah, so second store that we visited, selection's pretty decent, pricing kind of high on some of the games, but you know, respectively high. But yeah, apparently we've got some decent stores, some decent retro gaming stores here on Long Island. Retro.
And he does. It's like he's so busy all the time. I feel like he fixed that Joy-Con. Yeah, after like he's at first like I'll do it for free.
Sega Saturn games up here, right? So the other place didn't have Sega Saturn, didn't have Sega CD.
Yeah.
That's an Atari.
Yeah, no,
2600 games over here.
What's up, man?
My attention span is like, it's so hard when there's just so much to look at for me to like comprehend all of it, to like take it all in. My ADD is like going crazy right now. Got some PS3 games over here. So we got PlayStation 3 games, pretty big selection. PS3 here. PlayStation over here. We got a large collection of PlayStation games here. We got some. Wow, it's been a long time since I've touched one of these. A Zapper for the Nintendo. So my overall opinion on this store is quite good. Compared to the first place we visited, I would say that this one is almost just as good. While their SNES library and Genesis collection isn't nearly as large as Retro Games and Toys of LI, they have other things that store didn't, such as the Sega Saturn and Dreamcast. I wish I would have been able to locate Final Fantasy VI in the first store, if they had it, to do a price comparison, but unfortunately not. Anyway, so far I'm enjoying the store quite a lot, and I think it's a pretty good find. CD up there, boxed. Got a Saturn up there. Got a PS2 up there, boxed. Some Genesis systems boxed, the original. Not bad. Not bad for a little store. It's a cool little place.
Mm-hmm. Very cool.
Yeah. I never played the Wii. Got a big selection of Wii games.
Very cool.
You get the Metro.
Or college.
You told me.
And really cool staff too.
Yeah, the staff is letting us film in here, being cool about it. So anybody that may come to visit Long Island or lives on Long Island, come check these guys out. Nice little spot they got here. Yeah, I mean I can spend an hour in here just checking stuff out, but yeah, I'd say this is a success. Just a little bit more.
Where'd you find it? Oh, you got it from here? Awesome, bro.
Jay brought it in, and then
Yeah, okay.
he's like, next day I come back and he's like, you bought it, did you?
How long has this store been here for?
7 years.
7 years?
Yeah, me and Mike graduated together.
Oh, you do?
If I get you on film?
Yeah, I guess so. As long as I look okay.
You look okay.
Fine, dude. You're good.
So we have the store. This has been here for 7 years. We have the one in Bayshore Mall. We have the one in Broadway Mall, and
When I first met
right down the block. It's only 9 minutes away. It's about 7 times the size, and we have a store.
7 times.
you were
Yeah.
so young.
So we have a lot of cool retro stuff. We have records, tapes, CDs. We got movies, DVDs.
Cool.
We got a lot of cool stuff.
Yeah. This store is
Are you like locally owned, privately
Yeah,
owned?
it's owned by a local family.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
nice. Well, again, I appreciate you.
I appreciate you coming, man.
Thank you so
All right,
much.
take care.
She-
Thank you so much.
Video game trading post.
Thank you.
Thanks.
All right, thank you guys. All right, so that was a good experience. Video game trading post here in Levittown. Yeah, they got a pretty decent selection of games and stuff. So that was spot number 2. Unfortunately, we're running out of time, so can't do 3 today. But we will do that 2 weeks from now, and hopefully this will be of some use to somebody or just interesting to some of you viewers. So thank you for watching up to this point. All right, so it's been 2 weeks since we did our last store. This is our 3rd and final one. We're here in East Northport. This is Flashback Games, right? Flashback Games right behind me. Looks like a pretty small store in there. The reason we came here was because I checked on Google, and they have like a perfect 5-star review out of like 60 reviews. They got a perfect score.
5 stars. So we're just gonna go in there like we did before. We're gonna check out what they have, see what kind of cool stuff they got, what their retro selection might look like, pricing and stuff. And yeah, it's kind of a coincidence that the store is named Flashback, because one of the next videos I want to try and do is a game called Flashback for the Sega Genesis. So kind of coincidental. This will be our 3rd and final store, and we're going to go inside and take a look. I did call ahead to ask if they'd let us film in there, and they said they would, so it shouldn't be a problem, I hope. So let's go. Let's get in. All right, we're in the store. We're just going to do a little browsing and see what they got. So let's start at the front. Alright, let's see. We got some Genesis, boxed Genesis games, Contra Hardcore, Streets of Rage 2. Some things are priced. Battletoads Double Dragon for the Genesis is $90. We got it for $90 here, boxed.
First off, apologies for the audio clicking and popping and my voice being so low. We tried a condenser mic this time, which apparently wasn't such a good idea. So this store was really cute, and I want to give them a huge thank you, along with all the other places, for allowing us to film in their stores. Now, while you might think that $90 for Battletoads Double Dragon is extreme, when I look online for comparable pricing, I am getting the impression that this might be some kind of rare, hard-to-find Genesis game that could go for that much, so I won't hold that against them. And it's also nice to see that their Nintendo Switch library is quite large, so that's cool. This is another small store, but for what it is, it's packed to the brim with all kinds of cool stuff.
$50. Streets of Rage. First one, $40. What other interesting things are in there? You got Outrun for $100. Holy shit. Wow.
I do make an effort this time to keep my shock and awe over the prices a bit quieter in this one, so good on me for that. But going forward, I really got to do a better job of being more courteous and professional with this stuff. Again, I want to stress the fact that these places need to make enough money to stay afloat, and I can't even imagine how hard it must be to run a place like this. Jill and I were even talking about it on our drive home, about how a store like this could manage to pay rent, employees, and all the other costs associated with running a business on predominantly retro games, consoles, and accessories.
Curious what that cost. Doesn't say. Some GameCube games. They've got this Xbox 360 setup that you can't even get to or use. Look at this. That's interesting. You got a little Galaga thing for $60. We got a guitar for the Guitar Hero. Yeah, so the store's pretty small. But we got some stuff here, just very expensive.
There's my CRT TV on the bottom right there. Might have to go back in and pick that up. Wish I would have noticed it at the time so I could see what they wanted for it. Also, I gotta say, I love the little touch of playing the retro tunes in the background, and it's totally something that I would do if I had a store like this.
Alright, so they had Genesis, they had Switch, they had the NES collection, got Wii games, GameCube, PlayStation 2. Trying to see, like, looking for things that stand out as, like, really unique items. We got some Nintendo games that are just kind of loose NES games here. So Duck Hunt, $9. Okay, here's one. That's interesting. Ghosts and Goblins for $15. Okay. We got some boxed Genesis here. We got a Game Genie down here just kind of hanging out. They got 2 of them.
Special shout out to the Game Genie for getting me through all sorts of tough crap.
Oh, they got a soup. Okay, so $150 is an SNES down there.
Okay, so perfect. In our first store at Retro Games and Toys of LI, they had an SNES for $150 for one of the better condition models with no controller. And here we have what looks to be an excellent condition SNES with a controller for $150. So it would appear like that's roughly what the system should be going for. Also interesting that I saw GameCubes for $100. Just goes to show how special the system is, and when you see a Sega Genesis selling for $50, that confirms to me what I already knew, that the Super Nintendo is the much better system.
Super Battle Tank?
they were ever gonna remake that game.
I haven't played that.
But here we are. I'm living life. It's so weird.
A lot of games that I never played, don't know. Oh, here's one.
Oh, they used to be
SimCity. I played this game a lot. Had a lot of fun with this game.
Oh, no,
$10, $9, $9.
it's good. It's a lot of fun. But they came out the
I haven't held this game in my hands in so long.
Yeah. So if you want a better version of that game, I would say get the 3DS version. That's the only reason why I traded that in is because the 3DS version rocks.
It's a lot to take in. Oh, we got a Dreamcast down here. It's a Dreamcast for $150. Pretty good. Ooh, there's a Sega Saturn down here for $200. They just got stuff kind of all over the place. Pretty good though. Pretty cool. Some Xbox One games.
They don't even want to give me that. She was in Christina after my pay. She was like, "Your pay."
So there's
It's got a 6.2.
there's a glass case over there with some Super Nintendo games in it. I'm assuming those are like a little bit more popular stuff. Take a look.
I'm gonna be here. You're gonna take them off for you? I'll be here with Brian.
Yeah, so these would be more valuable
She's been
games.
telling me that during the week it's been crazier than it is on the weekends.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Oh, Tuesday's our big day. How is that?
Double Dragon 5, The Shadow Falls, Super Movie Ghosts in there.
Just found out.
Got some Tiger Electronic handheld games.
Science, man.
Who would have thought?
We got a Sega Saturn down there, another one.
Did you play Dark Dawn, Brian?
Dark what?
Golden Sun, Dark
Yes.
Dawn?
No, I didn't play
PSP
any of them.
games.
I played just the first two.
You guys got the PS Vita?
Yeah.
Yeah,
do?
No, like, moved
Oh
into
yeah,
the other
we
shop.
moved it over here.
Many of the keys.
Can I see this one more time? After you're done with it.
Oh yeah, on the top right here,
Okay.
PS Vita, PSP Go, and PSP, and all of the Vita games are gonna be in.
Oh, sweet. Okay.
So cool. Thank you.
No problem.
So I've been kind of thinking about getting a PS Vita. There's one for $200 in there. Maybe I want to try and get a better look at them. Yeah, some technical difficulties because of my big clunky hands. Yeah, so they got some. There's a PSP Go. Is that PSP Go? I don't know what the hell that is.
He loves it.
So you got Game Boy Color for $129. Original Game Boy for $100. I mean, it's amazing how much these things cost now.
I don't like Siren.
Siren is pretty bad. Rule of Rose is pretty bad.
Siren's hard. Like, it's hard to
The only one is Siren's really good.
So PlayStation games, Final Fantasy VIII, $30.
I'd say Silent Hill 2 is probably the best one out of the ones that are super good. Even 3 and 4 are like that. The Room. People like The Room for what it was. I disliked it for what it was.
Second Dark Resurrection, I played that a bunch. How long has the store been here for, you guys know?
About 3 years. Well, they're
3
the
years?
owner. She's the owner.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I mean, it's small, but it's nice. You got a lot of cool stuff in here.
Yeah, we back it up to the roof. So.
Yeah, you sure did. Oh, some Virtual Boy stuff.
I would have done this too. I'm not sealed stuff. Open stuff.
You don't like seal strip?
Okay, there's, what is that?
I know
It's a
you're gonna
PS4
open
Pro.
that.
Wow, that's
Yeah, of course it's
$350 for the PS4 Pro. Spider-Man
Alright,
edition.
let's see what else.
That's a nice find right there. Even in a small store like this, it's a lot to take in. There's just so much. You can spend like a few hours in here if you really wanted to. NES Classic Edition up there, $169. Okay, you got this little mini arcade, like a mini classic edition of the consoles that they got.
No, that's fair. I'm
I'm gonna put the fan.
Dragon Ball stuff.
That board I was wearing a hoodie was like 80 degrees. What's wrong with you? A lot.
Get a little bit from the store. Some N64 games in there.
That's Neo, right? No, that's not it. Always get them confused.
It plays way better than this.
GameCube's down there.
They did that.
What is this? This is Wii. $100. This is the original PlayStation. What is this? PlayStation 3. The original PS3, $129.
I saw you.
One of these down there. Oh, those look. These are Xbox. These are Xbox One X systems. It might. No, I don't know. I think it's just the Xbox One. And I got a PS2 down here.
I mean, I like the videos written a lot, but honestly,
129.
No. Like just
Yeah, I think so.
type of RPG
All right.
you play your
I think we got a good feel for the store. I mean, we could spend hours in here, but I mean, I could. But they got some Sega CD games down there.
You want it? But
Some Sega Mega Drive stuff. That's the best we're gonna do. We're on a bit of a time crunch. Thank you guys for letting us do this. I appreciate it. Very nice store. I'll be back, okay?
Okay, so just a few more shots of the store so you guys can get the best possible sense for what it is. They have a pretty good collection of just about everything you could possibly want here, and the staff seems very friendly. For those of you who consider yourselves to be retro collectors and gaming enthusiasts, I would love to hear your thoughts and feelings on what you saw regarding the different assortment of items and the prices that you were able to make out here today. My guess is, if you really want to save money and take the easy route, eBay and the internet is the way to go, obviously. But there is certainly nothing like going into a store and trying to find hidden gems and coming across unique and surprising items. I think it's about the experience more so than anything else. Also, being able to tell the condition of said item is always a good thing, and having it right then and there in your hand, you can't beat that. I want to once again thank Retro Games and Toys of LI, Video Game Trading Post, and Flashback Gaming for not giving me a hard time about shooting videos in their stores, and I hope this helps them out in getting a few new customers along the way. Hopefully I can do this again soon, and not take 2 months to upload the video.
Alright, so that was a cute little store here in East Northport, Flashback Games. Yeah, it's a really small store, but they got a lot of cool stuff in there. I'm not really sure. I got to do some research and see like what good pricing really is for some of this stuff. I have no idea. It seemed like some of that stuff was pretty high, but you know, I'm just fascinated by it. I'm fascinated that some of this stuff goes for as much as it is right now. So yeah, that's going to be our 3 stores. If this video does well, maybe we'll do some more. Those are some stores here on Long Island. And what else? What else I gotta talk about? Oh yeah, like, subscribe, you know, leave some comments. We'd love to hear from you guys. You know, how do you feel about the stores? Things that you saw. And yeah, that'll do it for this one, guys. We'll be back soon with more videos, more games to play on Double Dragon Gaming. Peace out.